welcomed the party. When Mrs. Davis entered the grand ballroom of the Westwood Hotel, she felt completely out of place. 70 or 80 well-dressed people filled the room, all clearly wealthy and important. She was just a janitor in a borrowed dress. But when David saw her, his face lit up with genuine joy. He made his way through the crowd and took her hands warmly.
Mrs. Davis, you came. Thank you so much.
After some time, the lights dimmed, and David stepped onto a small stage.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
He began.
6 weeks ago, I had an accident that could have been very serious. But I was saved by someone who had no reason to help me, who had nothing to gain from it. But who did it anyway because it was the right thing to do? Mrs. Margaret Davis, could you please come up here?
Her heart pounding, Mrs. Davis made her way to the stage.
This is Mrs. Margaret Davis,
David told the crowd.
She works as a janitor in the building where I fell. She saved me, visited me every day in the hospital, and treated me with a kindness I haven't experienced in years. She asked for nothing in return. She just cared.
Applause rippled through the room. But then David's expression shifted.
Actually, there's something else I need to say. Something I've been investigating.
He turned to Mrs. Davis.
May I ask you a personal question? Did you ever have a child? A son?
The room went silent. Mrs. Davis gripped the podium to steady herself.
Why are you asking this?
Please, David said gently.
Just answer. Did you have a son?
Her voice came out as barely a whisper.
Yes, a long time ago, but I had to give him up.
How long ago?
42 years, she said, tears flowing.
42 years ago.
David took a deep breath.
Because I was born 42 years ago. Because I was adopted as an infant. Because I've been searching for my birth mother for years. And because when you cared for me, I felt something I've never felt before, a sense of belonging.
The room erupted in shock.
I had my team research. I learned that my birth mother gave up her infant son at St. Catherine's Mission in Boston in 1983. A woman named Margaret Davis.
No,
Mrs. Davis whispered.
that's impossible. Did you give birth at St. Catherine's Mission in February of 1983? Did you name your son Michael?
She could only nod through her tears.
That was my birth name, Michael Davis. The people who adopted me changed it to David Morrison. Mrs. Davis, I think you're my mother, my real mother.
Michael, she breathed, seeing for the first time the features she had tried to forget: his eyes, his jaw, the way he held his head. And then she was sobbing deep, wrenching sobs from 42 years of buried grief. David stepped forward and caught her as her knees buckled.
I'm sorry. I had no choice. I had nothing. I couldn't keep you.
It's okay, he whispered, holding her hands.
It's okay, Mother. We found each other.
The aftermath. But not everyone was moved. Catherine Morrison, the woman who had raised David, stood up in fury.
This is absurd. David, this woman cannot possibly be your mother.
Charles Morrison, David's adoptive father and chairman of Vertex Group, also stood.
David, cease this spectacle immediately. Everyone, please excuse this disruption.
But David didn't move.
Father, I need to know the truth.
The party dissolved into chaos. The Morrison family was enraged. Seeing this as a threat to their image and fortune, some guests were moved to tears. Others whispered in shock. Mrs. Davis, overwhelmed, fled the hotel and returned home, where she shut herself in for days. Eventually, with everyone's consent, a DNA test was conducted. For 2 weeks, Mrs. Davis couldn't sleep, terrified of what the results would mean. The Janitor Who Was a Billionaire's Mother, Part 2-2. The DNA results. When they came back, the answer was clear 99.9% match. David Morrison was definitely Margaret Davis's biological son.
It's confirmed.
The doctor said.
You two are definitely mother and son.
I finally found you. I'm sorry, she whispered. So sorry I found you so late.
The truth. The full story emerged. When Margaret was young, her husband died in an accident. Pregnant and penniless, she had no way to raise a baby. She left him at a mission, planning to return in a few months. But by then he had been adopted. Despite her desperate pleas, both her in-laws and her own family had turned their backs on her. Charles Morrison, upon learning the truth, was cold and calculating.
Just because she's your biological mother doesn't mean we accept her.
Take responsibility for this disruption and go to Europe immediately.
If it weren't for her, I wouldn't exist, David replied. Please don't deny my life.
But the chairman was unmoved.
Leave now or face the consequences.
David refused. Instead, he declared publicly to reporters, Margaret Davis is my biological mother, and I'm not ashamed of it. The Morrison family called it a disgrace. The media had a field day. Mrs. Davis's life became a nightmare. Reporters camped outside her home, and malicious rumors spread online that she was trying to extort money.
What I want isn't money or honor.
She wept.
Why did it turn out like this? The choice.
Then one day, David came to her in an old van, not a fancy car. He sat with her and respectfully knelt.
Mother, I hope you won't deny it anymore. The DNA results are clear. I really want you as my mother. The parental love I never received, can I receive it now?
Would I be qualified? She asked. I couldn't protect you. It's too late.
No. You gave me life. And you saved me when I was injured. That's more than enough qualification.
That day, David made a stunning announcement.
I want to give you some of my wealth. And I want to live with you, even if I have to give up everything.
He was ready to give up his position as heir to the billionaire family. People were shocked. Was he serious? But David stayed by his mother's side. Finally, Mrs. Davis accepted his heart, and they moved to a quiet place together. The Morrison family, worried about their image, eventually tried to reconcile. If David returns, we'll accept Mrs. Davis too. But David shook his head. He rejected all the inheritance and power. Instead, he opened a small cafe with his mother, the place where they served bread and coffee to customers was peaceful every day. Mrs. Davis no longer had to work as a janitor. Now she could enjoy her old age in the stable life her son had prepared.
My son is by my side.
She said, tears in her eyes.
What more could I want? This feels like a dream.
Because Mother is happy, I feel reborn every day.
David replied, the ending. Thus, Margaret Davis's incredible journey concluded not with wealth or fame, but with something far more precious, a true family reunion. A person who had spent her life in the lowest position ultimately obtained the highest treasure love and her lost son. The Morrison family continued trying to bring David back, but he and his mother built their small happiness together, running their cafe and cherishing every moment. Although Mrs. Davis lived a hard life for many years, she was compensated at the end. Isn't this a true Cinderella story? What did you think? An 80-year-old janitor who was actually the biological mother of a billionaire heir. But within this story was a truth that love thicker than blood really exists. And that true happiness comes not from money or honor, but from having your family by your side. If your heart was moved, take a moment to think about the meaning of family. Money and honor are important, but true happiness may ultimately be completed only when real family is together. I hope today's story conveyed emotion and realization to you. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Share your story with us. We'll tell your story to the world.
I'm not alone anymore. You will not be alone as well. Thank you.